I guess we're up. Hope this works. Gonna bring you up here on my phone. That way we can see comments for those people that haven't done this before. It's much more fun to join live. Highly suggest it. Live. And yeah, bring it up this so I can see comments. Let's see who shows up. What day is it? Wednesday. It's Wednesday afternoon. 5:20 here, and I think it's time to work on a 288. So I have incoming a monster pile of 288 stuff, and I mean a monster pile of it. So if anybody needs 288, pretty much anything, they can let me know, shoot me an email, whatever. Yeah. So, how's everybody doing? I know I'm a little early tonight, but you know, whatever. So before we hit this, and I talk about that, the blue stuff, let's work on the tank, I think. So get a little organized while I'm waiting for everybody to show up. All the dumb things, I swear. We seem to be missing something. It's just like this inevitable law and rule that no matter how many things you buy, you're always missing something. So right now what I'm missing isn't this. It's not the roll pin. It's the spring. Shucks. Okay. Moving on. We're working on the rest of this tank. Because apparently I'm missing that spring for both these 288s. And I don't know what's showing up in that pile, but I'm probably just going to have to order that stuff. Okay. Oh well. So let's change out the AV mounts. Hey, Nikki. Late there? I'll bet it's late there. But not too late, right? Probably 10 o'clock? Is it 10 o'clock over there? Yeah, 10:23, yeah. I was right. So I've got some rubber AV mounts I'm going to stick in here, because that's what I got. Only one person here right now? Just Nikki? So these don't really matter, spring or rubber. I mean, it's whatever your preference is, but bear with signals. Okay. I see 3 people in the chat now. Who's here? So that's what those screws are for. These darn AV, the spring ones break. I don't know why they break. That doesn't make any sense to me. Some people like the feel of spring AV, some people like the rubber, whatever. One other thing I got to do here, tank vent. So that black tank vent is intact, but it's missing the outer puck. The large pucks are these. Same on a Husky 350 even. There you go. They just tap in. But the secret is to put them in with your soldering iron. And create 3 tiny little tabs effectively so it can't come out. I'm going to mark this stuff down here that the Ratty 288 is getting here. That puck, 2X over AV. Get a fuel and a filter going. Hey, Mega. Nikki, you got a top cover? Yeah, it's not quite right on the fastener holes. Yeah, it's not right. So the thing, Nikki, is that saw, you know, emotionally requires you to get it right, which is frustrating. Hey, Jonathan. Yeah, Brett's here. We're just going to ignore him now, right? Just me saw. Another saw. You did. You did. Now on these tanks, we've gotten lucky because the fuel lines are not the proprietary ones, which is super nice. So I can just replace these. Like straight up replace them. Which is awesome. I put a little bit of grease on the line. Helps pull it through. Let's see, what new saws have I got? I've got a pile of 288 stuff coming. And when I mean a pile, I mean a pile. 2 Rubbermaid totes coming. I'm going to be buried in 288 stuff. So if anybody needs 288 stuff, they can let me know. That's chain bar and muffler. Okay. Oh, almost too far. That won't matter. I'm just going to clip this. Put the fuel filter on. I'm going to mark this down as having a fresh fuel line filter. Now this R3 fuel line indeed is a little bit stiffer than the other stuff, so just understand that it may not completely empty the tank. No, you're looking for unobtainium. Why can't I speak today? Unobtainium. Jeez. Can't talk. Sorry, John. Even if I did, they would stay within my possession. Or they'd go on a saw, a very special saw. But I do not have one, no. Brandon, how much is the crankcase pulling tool? Depends on what saws you want to work on, Brandon. A main kit, which does like 90% of the saws that guys are doing now. Everything from an 026 to a 660, all the way from a 257 to a 2100, I think. I think you can basically do just about all of that with a main kit. 346 all the way to a 3120. That's 170 shipped. You can email me. Let me shoot you the email, Brandon. You have to get rid of the extra ampersands here. Shoot me an email and I can shoot you the form letter so that you know what it's going to run you. If you're doing any saws that are kind of odd, what I would consider oddball saws, then the price goes up because you need other rods and stuff. But most people, yeah. Drain the Swamp Man, been selling the crap out of saws. Gonna have to re-up. Matt, I got the 359 head. Looks good. Haven't put it. Waiting on piston rings and bearings. Good. You got it? Okay, great. It looks okay? Brandon, no problem. Do you ship to Canada? Yes, I do, but it's pricey. I think it's like an extra $30 to ship to Canada. It's more if you buy a lot of stuff. I just figured this one out kind of the hard way. And it took weeks to get there, but I shipped to Canada, and I think it got stuck in customs or something like that. But it got there, and it was like all kinds of rods and bearings and whatnot. It was like 6 pounds of stuff, um, like 3 kilos. You know, it was a lot of stuff, and it actually it cost like $60 to ship or something. It was crazy. If you want a husky deal, get an inquiry. Great time. Let's say no, no. Nikki, you know who you want to talk to. You know who you want to talk to. So you look up. There's a Facebook group. That's the parts trading group. Hey Larry, how you feeling? Nikki, look up. There's a parts trading group, and it is run by a guy named Settler Saws. And if you want a 266 top, that would be the guy to get it from. Yeah, and Brandon, the exchange rate is terrible right now. I don't see it getting better, but the exchange rate is terrible. So I feel bad for you. Good, can't wait till Tuesday. You going home? Sounds good, Larry. I'm sitting here talking. This damn spring, I can't believe. I wonder. Let me let me do this first. I just need to put tabs here, essentially. Put this puck. Doesn't want to leave its home. There. I'd be less likely to pop out now. Yeah, parts trading on Facebook. Yep. I wonder if a 372 spring would work. Because, hey Jade, because it fits in there. Sort of. Right, now I forget how to put this in there. Done this 1,000 times and still forget. It does go in that way. Keep in mind here, people, I'm trying something. I'd like to move this build along. I think it didn't have that hook on the end of it, but it works great. If it doesn't, it doesn't, you know.
Daddy,
Yep,
I'm going out. Are you live?
yep. This is just an aftermarket springs. It's nothing special. Pop that off. Well, something that would help. This is A288, yeah. has some hope. Cool. Don't go anywhere. There's a roll pin. Sorry, guys, I'm in full-on work mode. Hang on a second. Squeeze one end of the roll pin a little bit together. Make it easier to start. Look at that. She works. The roll pin, I assume the roll pin is available aftermarket. Yeah. But I didn't get it aftermarket. It was probably probably an OEM pin. Perfect. Got it. Can't let a spring kick your butt. You know what I mean? Can't let it. Just can't. Yeah, John, the 268 cover does not fit the 266. Single coil cases and double coil cases are different. But I like the way you're thinking. So what did I just do here? We did trigger lock and spring. Vent puck. Rubber AV. Trigger lock and spring. We did a R3 fuel line. Filter. Okay. So I'm just writing down everything that I do. That way it gets kept track of, you know? 21 people here watching. Hey, everybody. Check this out. I didn't know they still made these. Tractor Supply actually has oil dispensers, oil cans. They're not cheap. It's like $15. But they actually have it. I don't have to go to like a tag sale and find it. You know what I mean? Okay. Back in northern New York, exercising 350 today. Nice. Okay. What do you think, guys? Put the tank on? I think that's probably a reasonable thing to do. I like getting the tank on before I do the cylinder head. Just gives me more to grab, you know? Right, forgot about the coil effecting. Yeah, the coil, the double coil, like old school 61s and 260. I think 266s are always double coil. They're hard to find parts for. It's a whole lot better if you can find like a 61 that is newer, that's single coil, and then you can mess with it a lot more. Or, you know, if you can find a 268 or 272, you can fiddle with those all day because the parts are still available. But are we still good? We're still good. Jade, are you planning on playing with it? Yeah, if I get to it, yes. If I get to it. So... I would love to get to the 394. And just to show you, I went down to the folks yesterday and did the machining on both of these. So these have both been decked on the Bridgeport. Speaking of which, there we go. Need a picture for online. There we go. Chat. Bring chat back up. Okay. 394. Put this away. So, tank for this particular saw should be pretty straightforward. Two things go through, and then you just have to make sure the AV mounts kind of fit in. They may have to be kind of tucked in a little bit, but and two of them are springs, so those are in. It's this one here that got a little bound up. There's a lip here. I don't need the lip. Get rid of it. When in doubt, grind on something, you know? Things need to slide past one another. Why put a lip on something? Now these have these tiny little AV screws. Get this lined up just right. Same thing, sometimes you can stick like a screwdriver or whatever in there just to help align things a little bit. Crazy throw things. The upper one. So there's 3 on each side. That makes, overall, this saw is very easy like that. Now this bellows is not fully intact, but really it's pretty close. So I'm just gonna leave this one. It was the better of the 2. The other one is indeed junk. So most of these bellows just need to be straight replaced. The likelihood you find one even in this shape is pretty low. But this is pretty well intact, which is cool. There's your bellows, fully intact. While we're up here, I've got this is the original on-off switch. I think it was from the other one. Now we've got the on-off switch in there. Good. So this case has a little bit of damage, but overall it's pretty solid, so it's good. 30,000 seems a lot to take. Yeah. Hang on, I'll go over that in a little while. Cracked bellows as well, Matt. Is there an epoxy? No, I just get a new bellows. You can. They're still available. It's one of those things that definitely is like one of those dumb things that just makes the price of the build go up. You know, just get new. So now that the handle's on, yeah, let's put these other screws in here. Actually. Here's the thing. Who likes chain catchers that look like this? Huh? Nobody. You know, it's just doesn't work for me. Not sure. I have another one right now, though. I should. That was your replacement parts. have them. They should be here somewhere. I guess I'll have to come back to that. It was on the list of stuff to buy, but I'll come back to it, no problem. Yeah, AV screws here too. Ah. Spring AV mounts take longer screws. The rubber AV mounts take the ultra shorts. Probably like 10 millimeters. Okay. To look for these rubber bushing chain catches, and this rubber piece here is always one of those dumb things that you forget to replace too. So let's go to the cylinder head. Right, so cylinder head. So what I wanted to do was kind of clean up the head here. And this has been through the ultrasonic and everything, but just wanted to get the bulk of the carbon out of the exhaust. Not really doing port work, I just want to get the bulk of the junk out of here. There's a lot. Let's use some emery paper. Got a new old stock 288 high top cover. More than you can. How much is it worth? More than you can imagine. I saw recently a new old stock air horn, high top, and filter on eBay go for like $500. So it's worth a lot. But it would be worth the most as a package deal. You know. Yeah, there are guys that pay money for that. So you gotta find a new old stock air horn. This is just emery cloth from for plumbing, you know. You don't want to be cooking on this. It's slow. That's like 1,000 times better. Piece of memory. Yeah, you can. So the low top horn, hang on, takes. If you print that extension for it, there's a K&N air filter, and the part number on the K&N air filter is RU3450. You have to look up RU3450. I think it's still available. If you print that, if you're able to 3D print that. RU3450, yeah. Right, if you could print heck, if you could 3D print a whole high top cover, that would be really cool. I gotta text James and let him know that I'm live. Otherwise, he's gonna kill me. Okay. Yeah, if you could print whole top covers, it'd be awesome. Thing is, you need a much bigger 3D printer than usual, and yeah, well, you get the idea. It's okay, James. I just didn't know if you got the message or not. That's all. this is too much. Let's see. Too much. Too heavy. Don't really need to do any more, but I will, just because. Better. Let me give this a quick wash, and then we're going to hit it with some Scotch-Brite, wash it again, and basically we'll be ready to go, I think. I've got my M5. That is dirty. Still holds. Okay. All right. Scotch-Brite. That's what. Much shinier. Alright, I'm going to, again, go wash the heck out of this now. And I think we're going to install it. It's pretty shiny. I think we're going to leave it there. Let's get them back to going. So far, I figured out, I think Play-Doh is cheaper, easier, less messy, faster than using plumber's putty. So, Play-Doh. Hey, Ellie. I need a bearing. Just going to test the squish here. Once I know the squish is good, we will install this for reals. So, meteor piston. Is it going to pop? It might. It just might. It might sit here and pop, you know? Might pop just looking at it. Should I pull a red green here? You married guys know what I'm talking about. Sorry, I couldn't help myself. Good. Now it's not backwards. Good job, genius. Okay. Yeah, it could be a long evening. Maybe not, you know. All kinds of stuff going. My concern is that I've got that I have a pile of 288 stuff coming. I am not. I mean, 2 Rubbermaid totes. It just gonna boggle everybody how much is gonna be showing up here. Christopher, come here. When you drop it, always check and make sure the flywheel doesn't run into it. But all I want to do here is check Squish. That's all I want to do. And make sure we're not too tight. If duct tape is the handyman's secret weapon, the bungee cord must be his golfing buddy. Sorry. One of the best lines. Married guys know what I'm talking about. Oh, shoot. That's nice. How's that? 21, 20, somewhere around there? All right. Wait a second. There we go. There. How's that? Ha! Okay. You came out great. What are the odds? All right. For the moment, pull this off. And when this gets fully tight, it'll be even a little tighter than 20, so that's fine. No 288 God sending it to me. It's coming from where's it coming from? A place out in like Montana or whatever. It's a bit out. Alright, so single ring. Not even going to use any goop here. Just going to put the circlips in. And these circlips are the OEM clips that came with the OEM pistons. And you make sure it just rotates freely in there. Okay. Put the ring on. Cabers. F-cast. Whatever. It's a fresh ring. Okay, circlips are in. 1, 2. I'm going to do some Loctite. Put this away for half a second while we get the rest of this together. Brand new gasket, so I'm not doing goop. OEM gasket kit. Low top air horn. And then we need, how about a brand new Walbro carburetor. Now, this is simple. There. into the block. And then everything lines up nice. I just find it easier to kind of get all this done before I try to put the head down. Hey, Jason. Okay. Again, no goop here on the gasket. I'm just using the straight. It's a brand new OEM gasket. And for those guys that really like to take cylinder heads on and off, you can actually grease the gasket. So that whole assembly is ready to rock. I just use my 2 fingers on the ring. Don't always get it. There we go. You can move this to bottom dead center. Does help with positioning. Put 2 head bolts in. One, 2, 3, doused in WD-40. Since this is the Ratty 288, I'm just going to put the existing muffler on there. Got salt paper. Okay. Now these deflectors, these 288 deflectors, are still available. They are not cheap. Ah. No. Really need a bigger screwdriver to do this. I don't know if this will fit in there though. Yeah, so it won't go in. Bigger screwdrivers are too thick. Alright, fine. Let's use a Phillips. I don't think it's going to work. What good does it do to put heat on it? The darn muffler is heated, you know? It looks like there's no screen under it. No, there is. If the screen's plugged, then it's a problem, you know? Yeah, the screen's plugged. Taking out the torch. There you go. There's one. It's probably rusted internally. That's why it's not quite twisting the rest of the way out. But if I got one, I can get the other. Mm-hmm. Hey, Ken. This damn thing's still smoking. Alright, now the question is she plugged? At least a little bit. Let's see if brake cleaner fixes it. If not, get the torch out. I'm good. Okay. Better. And that is still hot. gotta switch these over to Allen's. All-wheel drive Husky robot mower. No, I didn't see it. Yeah, an all-wheel drive Husky, but charged accordingly. Okay. You don't want debris in the muffler. Okay. It might pop tonight. Looks like that's a very real possibility. Jade, thanks for coming in. Do appreciate you being here. Anybody here I didn't give a shout out to? That wants a shout out? Big shout out to James. Hope everything is good there. Do appreciate both my moderators, James and Ken. Like everybody, give them a big round of applause. Wow. Of course, it's plugged. Yay! See, Mega's got it. Yeah. I'm sure James and Ken both appreciate that. Huge. Okay, so Bob, I'm not putting any grease or any Loctite on here. Because if you want to change the muffler, you want to play with it or whatever, then go crazy. Hey, well. $5mm. Unboxing after dinner sounds good. Now I'm going to put some Loctite on here. I'm going to go back and review parts. All I did here was just put on the dog bolts and the muffler support. Then you've got the muffler, the gasket, and the shield. That's the order. And you don't want to tighten anything tight until it's really down, you know. That's seated. Man, butterfingers tonight. That's seated. These two are seated. And we got a screw we need here. Just a flange bolt is fine. Nothing special for that. M5. Use a flange M5. Tighten that one first. Good. That's tight. Dog bolts. Muffler's on. As of right now, I think it's likely we'll get a pop tonight. Need a cameraman and an editor, Ken. But that's the thing with YouTube. It's really not conducive to that, you know? And I'm out of Kleenexes. That's bad. Okay, so let's go back to my parts list. What have I used so far? Meteor piston. The gaskets both come with the gasket kit. Again, the gasket comes with a gasket kit. So really just Meteor piston. The bracket was there, the bolts were there. So there's nothing additional with Meteor piston. This this piece we're going to use here because, again, it's a Ratty saw, so we don't need a brand new decomp. This, I think, was on the other saw, if I remember right. The one that was on this one was junk. put the flywheel on. Make sure the flywheel key is seated. Again, you want to make sure the flywheel does not rub against anything, particularly the cylinder head. Flywheel nut. You can hear the ring scrape the board. Oh yeah, it's scrapey. More scrapey than I'd like, but scrapey. Jonathan's back. Okay, welcome back. Not impacting it on, I'll do the final torque here in a second. This is missing a couple of fins, it won't matter a hoot. Just nothing. Patch the roof leak in that period of time? Nice. Where's Mason been? Around. He tested, a bunch of people here. He tested that 359 for me. So all I'm waiting on that 359 is, at this point, is a muffler mod and the muffler gasket. Runs great though. Starts nice. Had my dad start it. Even he could start it. So even with the added compression, Dad can still start it, which is cool. That's a nice. It's a pretty nice saw. I mean, not cheap, but nice saw. So if anybody wants a 359, please let me know. Well, 357 because of the head, but it's got the upgraded head. And if anybody has interest in the Ratty 394 I'm going to be making, please let me know as well. I've got to move some stuff at this point, so. I know, Mega, you pretty. For those that don't know, Mega's down in New Zealand. Not helpful. Very nice of you, but still not helpful. Hey, Bob. This is your Ratty 288 right here. We might actually get it to pop tonight. Hey, Bob, did you consider what I asked you the other day? That question, and then the other question would be, um, do you want me to ship these separate, or do you want me to ship these at the same time? Sometimes maybe, but not always. Always, but definitely always. For sure, always, right? I haven't ate, and just need to confirm. Okay. Uh, how long is saw number 2? Um, I just got welding gas today. I went down to the. Oh God, that's expensive. I went down and got some welding gas today, so that's kind of the biggest holdup. What time is it? 7:03. I don't know if I'm going to get to start on saw number 2 tonight, but maybe depends on what we get done here. Um, we're almost good here. We're almost okay. We're really good here. My guess, if I had to guess, saw number 2 would be 2 weeks, just to wait for stuff and get stuff done and then shipped down. So that would be if I had to guess. The thing is, right now I've got a pile of 288 stuff coming. I have 2 huge totes of 288 stuff coming. So I need to move stuff. If stuff got to be, I got to move stuff out. um, but this Ratty 288 is coming along very nice. It's gonna work just fine, I think. One thing I need to order is this piece right here. I need more of those, which I know I have. I've got brand new wires for the other saw, so I'm going to put these wires in this one. You'd like to get a saw? Okay, whatever. If you want me to ship them down separate, that's fine. And I've got the 28-inch Suji. If you want that to come down with it too, you just let me know. I know. I like to finalize things too. I don't like to let things set. just a rubber grommet. That's all it is. Right, so let's put this way. Yeah, I mean, there's no question. I've ordered way too much stuff. Just like way too much stuff. But, you know, oh well. I've got all kinds of stuff coming too. Well, Bob, it gives me something to do, you know? And as usual, I appreciate all 13 sides you sent me. Oh, your wife's got to be so pissed. Okay. There. Now we got those. Still need to torque that. I'll come back to that. A little more to go. You know what? Hang on. This is busted. Where you have farm. She loves you. She got new light ceiling, fan, baseboard, painted, texture the walls. Oh yeah, good. This is better. That's orderly there. Now I just need starter. Right, we had this started like this. That's no good. Picked up a 440 Husky to flip. Not much money in those, Will. you got it cheap, you're good. Jonathan, haven't been able to catch up on videos. Haven't seen what you did the 359. Yeah, I did on the 359. I put a 357 head on it, and turned out really nice. 357 head, base gasket delete, brand new Zama EL42 carburetor. It runs good. My dad can start it. Amazing. So if anybody's interested, please let me know, because I would like to sell it. Got a 357 head, the 455 Rancher clutch cover, which you don't find on those. You know, you need the 455 Rancher clutch cover. It's just, it's better. But got it cheap, just needs cleanup and change. Nice. So I'm suspicious that the pulley is worn. I'm praying that this spring doesn't come out. Good, okay. And this piece is busted, but that's not out of the ordinary. Got a pulley, which I put somewhere. New pulley. A little bit longer even. Burn it back, make it flat on something metal, so that the tip has a little bit of bulk to it. Not much, just a little bit of bulk. I don't know if I like that. That's how they did it here. I think I prefer it the other way. Actually, you can tie it twice if you get fancy, as long as it doesn't interfere with the pawls. long as it sits lower than the balls, you're good. Yeah, some people are making more for a load. Just so you know, Bob, this goes back in your box of stuff. So, utter junk I'm throwing out, but you're getting a lot of your stuff back. So, just so you know. This ended up a couple inches too long, so we're just going to do this, like that. Okay. All right, need screws. Now, not having the right screws here drives me crazy. For this one, we got the right ones. For the other one, we'll put new in, I think. These are not captured, Bob. They have a tendency to fall out. I checked. Cooking with gas, Bob. That would work there. Bob, you have got to check all these friggin' bolts. Constant bolt checks, man. And develop a system. So, like, every tank for like 3 tanks, you want to do your bolt checks. And then every 3 tanks, you check it again. You know, et cetera, et cetera. So you have an idea of what, you know what I'm talking about. Put the we're almost at the top. Yeah, so like then, every 3rd tank check them, and then every 10 tanks, whatever. Just theoretically, I think the steel manuals will tell you you're supposed to check your head bolts every day. I don't know anybody that actually does that. I don't know anybody that actually does that, but definitely not ideal, but it's gonna run. Just touch the idle a little bit. Let's take it over here. Let me write down what I did. So starter, we just did a pulley. The only thing I really did there was the pulley. What else did I do here? And the air shroud, the aftermarket air shroud. Okay. Not rubbing on the wires, nothing interfering. Again, I'm somehow low on plugs. I'll put this one in for now, but there's a rim. Okay. Actually, Bob, do you want a 7 or an 8 on there? Do you care? Okay, 7-pin rim. It's pretty typical, so I'll just put a 7 on there for now. And this is your old Ratty clutch. All right. 7-pin rim and an AM drum. We need a tensioner on there. Luckily, I have just the one. Here's your tensioner. All right. These are highway handles, and they actually usually fit pretty good. This actually came with some bolts, amazingly. I don't know what the odds are on that, but These are fairly coarse thread 5mm Allens. 4mm head coarse thread screws. And we're just missing one here, so I'll get that figured, I'm sure. Bend these just a little bit funny. See if I can find the equivalent screw. Seems like we should be able to get a pop. Right, who would accept a vaccine to get back to work? Yeah, wow. Yep, it's an interesting issue. It's a good question. Need a choke lever, which I know I have plenty of here. Okay. 288 choke levers are not necessarily a problem. It's the 394s that are the tricksy ones to come by. Set high idle. We're on. Be nice if I put the fuel line on. Pretty sure I did not torque the flywheel nut. And this is just a little bit too long. Alright, guys. I'll go back and torque the flywheel nut. Sorry, we'll check Squish and compression. You're right. Let's do that. And I'll put a new spark plug in, obviously. I don't. You want to know what Squish is? All right, fine. Final Squish. Well, I checked it earlier, but we can check it again, just to make you guys feel better. How's that? $20,000, right on 20. Bob, are you happy? You better be happy. There's no choice here. All right. Compression gauge. What are we guessing? 175? There's 150. Oh God, without the decomp. There's 170. 180. $180. It was 180. Oh, sorry. Yeah. Anyway. He's had me a long time. Good. Well, bad, but whatever. All right. So I need this part here. Hang on. Things to order. It's in here somewhere. I just saw it. Here it is. Part number 501806901. Okay. It's this darn thing. This plastic piece. All it is an aid. It goes in. It goes in here. It helps you kind of align your screws there. Bob, if you want, since this clutch is older, Might change out the springs. Or just put on a different clutch. Bob, you want me to put on a different clutch here? I have an aftermarket one I can put on. Or you want to see how this goes? It might be fine. What do you think about it for half a second? I'll leave this one for now. I think. Yeah, this plastic piece just goes in here and it covers the screws for the idle screw and whatnot. Need to properly torque that. So I need one of those for the other saw. I definitely need the chain catchers. And I have a used clutch cover that I can put on here too, Bob. And that'll save you a couple of bucks on this saw. This thing is tight. It needs to become a little more loosey-goosey, you know? Almost in trouble. How's that for a Ratty cover, huh? But it'll work. No spark plug. Okay, so I need spark plug, and I need a chain catcher on this, and the clutch cover. Spark plug, chain catcher, clutch cover. Write that down. What do you think, Bob? Will this work for you? I hope so. And you can upgrade stuff on here as you go. You know. But the starter cover is nice and solid. You know, new bearings and seals. It's gonna take a little bit for this to break in, so I'll have Mason run the heck out of it. Here's just what we're gonna do. So a couple of random little things, and you've got a complete saw. This case bushing here too. If I can find a replacement, I will. Case bushing. So, questions, comment? Yes, I'm going to put the plug in. Okay, well. You tell me. Don't think anybody's going to care. But there. So, you know what? I'm feeling like quitting. I gotta quit. I gotta get some dinner. We gotta quit. I gotta put. Well, let's see what. I think this is gaskets. For the other 280. Yeah. I got another OEM kit here, and I got more coming. OEM gasket kit for the 288. We'll get the other crankcase together, and I got to work on the 394 and basically do the same silly, you know, roundabout here with the 394. So, yeah, this is going to go out with Mason for a check. I need to find that chain catcher, which I know I have here somewhere. I have one here somewhere. Before I send him out with this, he needs a chain catcher on there for sure. But other than that, you know, just little randomness on here that would be good to kind of shore up. But you know, like a spark plug, silly things like that. So, yeah, this will definitely go out with Mason for a check. Let me call it a night. I'm gonna go eat something. Bob, we can certainly chat later. And let me go total this up and let you know where we're at on the green stuff as far as parts go. It's the problem with these darn things. Every single little thing adds up. But yeah. Any questions, comments, anything else, guys, from anybody else? Nicky cares. Very sweet of you. Thing is, like these plastics, they got to be polished, and it would just be too much work. Yep, I'll let you know. Let's see if we can get Mason to run it. See what he says. So, I'm out. You guys have a great night. Thanks so much for watching. I do appreciate it. Everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, and have fun. So, all right, we'll catch you guys later. Take care, guys. Have a great night.